Video. Hopefully this doesn't completely eat up my disk, but whatever. I guess we'll find out.
I think there's a way you can record in Twitch.
Yeah, it's... Oh, well. Hello. Um, yeah, it's letting me record, but I have no idea. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Never streamed before.
Yeah.
All right. Um, Not really one for intros or anything, but we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm Alex at Kyberspace.
And I'm Chris Xanthinus.
So today we're just gonna do the first of something we're trialing at our company, which is just kind of go through our process of building stuff. Um, we don't really try to keep too many secrets, so we figured we kind of give people a little bit of insight into how we work and how we think about solving problems, and then actually try to build some stuff. And we came up with a wonderfully punny name for the stream. So we're going to try and build a minimum viable product, and then if it all kind of works out, then maybe I'll just deploy it into production and it'll be immediately available today. Um, Usually that's not the case because we tend to put a little bit more effort into developing stuff, and this is only the MVP. But, you know, you never know. Maybe we come up with just a really elegant, awesome solution. So
Everything's gonna go perfect.
typically I build something and then I hate it, and then I build it 5 more times and I hate it 5 more times, but we'll see. All right. So let's go over like what we're going to talk about today. So we use UTrack inside our company to track our sprints. Let me go ahead and size this up a little bit. And I'm just going to go down. So Chris and I do the security tickets. You can see kind of our sprint board, what we're working on for the next 2 weeks. Specifically, Chris and I are handling the Twitch stream today, obviously. But the ticket we're going to be working on is this one. So let's go ahead and take a look. So what we want to enable our professional license holders to do is download the source code for all of our closed source payloads and closed source products. So that would include the plugins, the TTPs, and all of the payloads that come alongside that. So like our agents, Numa EX, the Hush payloads, for example. Yeah, and then there's about 5 different plugins that we will want to handle. But we can take a look at that. So the idea here is that we want to give people a way to actually interact with our repositories, which we'll take a look at here in a second. Download stuff and use the source code for whatever they might have in mind. So the current solution that we kind of have been toying with is adding a plugin to Operator that will basically hit some kind of endpoint, resolve all of the software that we have available depending on your license, and then let you download it. So I'm not sure what this will look like. We'll kind of probably, as we go through it, re-architect what we actually want to do 3 or 4 times over. So I don't really have a good idea in mind of what it's actually going to look like at the end, but we'll just start building it and we'll see where we get and what it looks like. I think what we'll try to do first, Chris, is we'll try to get, we have like Numa EX, for example. Let's figure out how we could just like let people download Numa EX via a plugin. I think that's a good starting point.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the repos real quick. If you've taken a look at this before, this is our community repo. This community repo holds all of our open source TTPs, payloads, plugins, training modules. But we actually have, as I had mentioned, a closed source version of this. It's a 1-for-1 replication of the community repository structure, but this is obviously a private repository. And this is where we have, as I had mentioned, the kind of the private payloads, private source code for stuff that we've written for our licensed customers. So included in that is like the switchboard code. So the switchboard binary that gets installed when you provision a redirector. There's no reason we wouldn't give you that source code, so let's give you the source code. We got various payloads, spawning Numa. You got some power exploit stuff that I've put together, some injectable DLL stuff, and we'll just figure out over time how to get all that down there. There's also all the plugins. So we have the Planner plugin, we have the Publisher plugin, the Reporting plugin, and Switchboard. Those are the pro ones. Now, there's a little bit of a wrinkle in this because the Publisher and Planner plugins are what we call just kind of like templated plugins, and we'll actually be cloning one of these to make our demonstration plugin for whatever we're building today. But then the reporting and switchboard plugins are actually like web-packed React plugins. Actually, I think we might have pulled out React, but they're web-packed plugins, so they're compiled based off another repository. Yeah, this one. Oh, wait. No, it's not a sub. We'll just go here. I don't have it bookmarked for some reason. So we have this other repository here that has the actual source. So we'll need to figure out a way to also handle providing like the source for these, but there's a lot of moving pieces. We'll figure it out over time. Let's go back to the beginning and let's start with that like minimum option. So I think the first thing I'll do, let's see, we want to add the source code so that people can download it. So I'm thinking where we'll start is let's just like build out a templated plugin. Let's go ahead and do that. So go to plugins and let's take a look in operator and find a good one that we can just kind of copy and work with. So go to plugin. We've got Toolbox. I think Toolbox might actually end up being a pretty good like UI one that we can pull over.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Toolbox.
Toolbox is nice. Probably not theme change. No. Toolbox looks nice. Toolbox is similar to... Yeah, I'm thinking Toolbox will be the one we'll just copy over. So let's start from Toolbox, and then we'll just go and rip some stuff out. So let's
plus it already has some like Git stuff already built in, so might make it easier. Maybe.
I think it just does an exec call. We shouldn't need any Git stuff. So like I think my initial thought here is like we have the Outpost server, and the Outpost server is already. So let's actually show that. So we have, if you were to curl community, for example, professional outpost ping. So if you curl our outposts, like you'll see the TTPs, payloads, plugins, and programs that are stored on those. Now, for payloads, TTPs, and training, we will have all of the source already available on our outposts. So it's just a matter of figuring out how we want to package it. And I'm thinking we can pretty easily just add to our existing outpost YAML. So good outpost. So this is our outpost, but if we go back to our community repository, that's what I meant. So we go to our community repository. We have like the translator payloads, the NUMA payloads. So these are actual like source packages that exist. So what I'm thinking we can do is in this payload, we could add like an archive section, and that archive section will run some kind of like, I guess, let's see, we've got payloads. Maybe we just call it like, just add a payload of source, and then that can have an install of like, let's just pseudocode this real quick. So like package out, package up the source, copy to a destination folder, to the dest folder. And that should load the source in. So I think that would give us... Yeah, that would give us, I think, a pretty simple way to really quickly add and prototype and see if we can get this working. So I think the command is like it's like git archive something something something. So we'll take a look at that. So now I'm kind of like building this flow in my head. What I'm thinking is we have the outposts, and the outposts basically just host these repositories. And when something is moved into the dest folder, it becomes available for customers to download, free or licensed. So on both a community, professional, and enterprise side, we can just basically add some kind of source step as an available payload, have that do an archive of the Git repository, or even just archive the folder entirely, and then copy that over to the destination folder, and that should then make the payload available. And then at which point we just need to make a web request to headquarters for the payloads from the plugin. Then we can kind of prune from there based off if it has a type of source or not.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's just keep going then. So I'm going to need to set up some local stuff, I imagine. First, let's go here and grab the plugin we said we were going to copy, which was Toolbox. And we'll just paste that. We'll call it source. I don't know. Source plugins. Cool. Sure. Refactor, rename, source, refactor, cool. Name, source. Download source code for various payloads. Or okay, so let's do that. As I'm reading over this ticket and I'm remembering us talking about this, we also wanted to give members a way to interact with the repo directly, making pull requests, comments, visibility on changes. That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, so actually when I read that ticket the first time, I was like, there's no way we're doing that.
Like, there's probably a way we could do that. I would really need to think on how we would actually accomplish that, though.
What, don't you have to have a login though to do it like an issue, like a track issue?
Well, my thinking is we could probably set some like crazy hook situation up between two repositories, so people could like submit a pull request or comment or something on another repository, and that would just get replicated back to our private repository.
Yeah.
That seems pretty extreme.
Well, I mean, you could just have it go to like the operator, and then we could just move it. But at the same time, I still think you still have to like sign in, so we'd have to end up being we have to like hit the GitHub API.
Yeah.
Like to log in.
I mean, so we're also kind of hamstringing ourselves because we're using GitHub. If we were to stand up GitLab, I could just actually, maybe I'll do that. Maybe David's watching and he's going to be like, you're not standing up GitLab. But theoretically, we could just stand up GitLab, and then the same way that we do for Discord, where we have like a Discord bot that just assigns a role to people based off their license status and their entry in our database, we could then have like the functional equivalent of that, just set up a Lambda to append some kind of like GitLab permissions to a user's account. So we would essentially register. Oh, I'm liking this idea more.
He's not in stream, so we're good.
He's not in stream.
Yeah.
Let me Slack message him and see what let me see what his reaction is when I say, "Hey, how do you feel about me standing up GitLab?" While he mulls on that, we can we can keep moving.
We just have to implement it before he says anything back.
Well, I have learned from my mistakes. If I just build it and then set it all up, there's a very high probability he'll just say, no, we're not doing that. Okay. So this is our template. We don't need showdown. Let's get rid of that. Toolbox container. We'll change this. Manage your tools. Tool template. So this is the template that we'll use. We'll kind of change the names here. Oh, this is easy. Let's just go ahead here. We don't need the toolbox, actually. Config, get settings. We don't need any of this. We do need the config. Just delete all of this. None of this is needed. So that'll grab. For people watching, this is just a wrapper we have around a internal fetch that'll let us grab the settings file associated with the plugin that we're currently in. We don't need pretty much any of this. We want to keep this tools. We'll rename that though. Highlighted tools. Get rid of that. My toolbox. Get rid of this. Manage your tools. This is the header. Just call this like download source. You know what I should have done is just go grab the old agent library plugin.
I mean, we haven't gone that far.
Yeah, I might just do that now that I'm thinking about it, because that had.
Did that allow you to do the professionals? Well, I guess it did. It was set up a bit different.
Yeah, but I'm just talking from like a UI perspective. That UI and also what it did, it would hit a agent's endpoint and then like render in all. Yeah, whatever. We'll just do it from scratch. Whatever, it's fine. Download source code. We don't really care about words right now.
Words.
Words are hard. We don't need this. Tool tag. We don't need any of this. We do need the sidebar readme stuff. This should probably get wrapped into our top level source. Just find toolbox and replace source. Sure. Source container. That's actually probably not an ideal name. I venture a guess we probably use source container as like a something somewhere, so we'll call it source code container. Source code template. Man, do that. Code name, code URL. yeah, this is pretty code actions. Okay, so that'll have. If we take a look, we're looking at the about, log, remove. We'll just basically have like these buttons will be the download buttons, essentially, the functional equivalent. David is responding to my comment.
There's at least a smile.
I'm just kind of waiting. A smile, and then he started writing, and then he deleted it.
Yeah.
Holding my breath.
We'll be dead. Up.
He keeps. It's like a feint. He just keeps writing and then not writing.
We gotta send something to David. Be like, Chad is waiting.
He's writing. Give him some time. I mean, if he's putting this much thought into it, he didn't immediately say no, which means he might say yes.
Yeah.
At which point this becomes less software development and more me standing up a bunch of infrastructure. Or I could just do it and then have the code version, code implementation, and then also have the infrastructure implementation.
He's already typing though.
Yeah.
Just
we'll keep pressing. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So code name, code URL.
Oh, here he is.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
At that point, I don't really think it would be a plugin. It would be more of just a go to our Prelude GitLab and then log in and.
So does that mean we also have to handle accounts there?
Yeah, which wouldn't be hard. Like, basically, we already have people's email address. So what would happen is if you like register, that would be really. It would be pretty easy actually. If you register as a professional user, all we would do is just query for all of our licensed members on like a cron or something, and then replicate that into GitLab, and have GitLab create like a professional license holder account for that user, and then we would apply a professional user role.
Yeah.
Okay, so the off-screen chat we were having with David is basically summarized as not a no. But we should just target the minimum viable for this stream, and then if we want to loop back and look at standing up GitLab and just doing a really nice, like, one-for-one professional license database entry, clone that into GitLab, create an account, and then apply a role, I think that's probably more ideal in the long run. But we'll get the source code downloaded because that's what we said we would do today. So we've got that. Let's go ahead and let's quit out of this. I want to go to my local dev. Wow, that's a lot. What? No. Okay. What? Just do that. Cool. All right. All right, so we'll run our dev operator, and then we will import our new source plugin. Wow. Plugins. Source. Cool. All right. Source. So we've got our download source code. Now what we want to do is we're not actually going to work off the get repoed one that I made anymore. We're going to work off the imported one in dev, which we can do with a okay. So we've got kind of our wrapper built here for the plugin. Click for more details. Now we need to start wiring stuff up. So I'm going to go manually create an archive that we can start working with. You know what? I'll just do a local. We're going to have to do this local now that I'm thinking about it. So let me stand up a local outpost so we can start working on that. I'm going to redo what I just did again, but this time locally. Outpost. So fixing Git is dumb option 2. All right. So for those of you watching, we have what we call our outpost and headquarters infrastructure. It's basically just like 2 microservices where outposts host and collect data and feed that into headquarters. So we need to run a local outpost and a local version of our headquarters server so that we can actually develop locally. So that's all I'm doing. All right. Oh, new database. So let me pull up the outpost. I think I already have it loaded. I think we changed some of the command line arguments on this, didn't we? Yeah. All right. So we need what we're doing -e local. That's default, so I don't need that. -D, we'll put it in my temp because I don't want all that stuff. Let me go to rm. Oh, good. It's already gone. Sweet. Put that in that directory. Oh, I should probably do this on screen. So I want that argument, and we're going to do the community repo to start because that's where this plugin will be free. So we'll put it there, and we don't need a log file. So that should just be it. We can start the outpost. That's fine. We don't need Elastic set up. Cool. So it cloned everything. That's good. At least that worked. All right. So we've got our outpost running, and we can verify that by just curling localhost. I forget what port it defaults to. Yep. So we can see that it is indeed up locally. So next thing we'll do is we'll start headquarters. Wow, lots of stuff. Config local, make sure that matches. Make sure there's nothing sensitive there. There's not. It's a local YAML config. I'm just making sure that the token matches for both of them, which it does. Cool. All right, so now we can just start headquarters. Oh. Got to start up Redis and Postgres, forgot. Okay, so now I can start headquarters. We're probably going to be debugging this API quite a bit, so we'll get that pulled up. So we've got that running now. And now, finally, I can run start local. Let's do that. So now I'm running against my local infrastructure. Let's go ahead and re-import that plugin. Now we've got it locally. Cool. And now, yep, so we can see I'm hitting localhost, which looks good. Now, after all of that, we can start building. Unhappy dog.
The cleaners are right outside my door. She likes the cleaners when she gets to see them, but not when they hit the door.
That's totally fair. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So we'll just go ahead and first thing we'll probably want to do is after we get our settings, let's see, what do we want to do here? We'll need the settings to create. So let's just create a request because we're going to end up building a request. So let's do token settings account token. We'll add the email because we'll need their email address. What else will we need? Not exactly sure what our endpoint's going to look like yet. You know what we can look at? Because it's...
So wait, are we setting this up for GitLab?
No. I'm going to build just like the source code download first. And then...
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Then we'll kind of figure it out from there.
Yeah.
But what I want... Oh, you know what I want to do is... for community, let me create a branch. What's our hack 634? I just want to push this to origin because then I can go to okay, so now changes will get replicated properly from here specifically. So I lost my train of thought for a second. Okay, so we need to make, so we're going to do basically payload download, which means we need to set up a couple different things. We need to have, let's get the payload available first, then we'll come and we'll finish building out this request. Now that I'm thinking about it. So if we do our config.yaml, this is the one where we were saying we'll do something here. So let's do the NUMA source code. I did have a git archive command that I was using somewhere else. Let me see if I can find that. I'm not going to repeat the wheel. So we'll just do build. Well, actually, yeah, I'm in the wrong spot. We'll just do this. We'll append an archive command. So it should just be git archive format zip output will be dst.path slash NUMA source, I guess.
Yeah.
.zip, and then I believe we still use master branch, not main. Let me go check.
We in master.
Ooh, gosh. Yeah, we use master. So that should archive. Let's see, source. Because this should do this build. It should do the build from inside the folder. Because look at the path of. Oh wait, no, src.path. I mean, I need to check where Outpost actually does the build from. So, if we take a look at our services, when Outpost goes and does the build call right here, what does it do? Rebuild payloads. Current working dir gets passed in. What is the current working dir? Source path. So yeah, it'll drop us into the directory. So we should
Yeah.
be able to just do this. So let's, and then we'll do Numa source.zip, and it should just be something stupid like copy src.path Numa source.zip. All right. So let's see if that works, I guess. What? And then, you know what? I'm just going to have a... All right, so let's see what happens if I reboot Outpost. When I find it. Whoop, that is not what I meant to do. I wanted to open that. And then Outpost. So theoretically, taking my stop.
No, you cannot stop. Cannot stop the outpost.
Aha! Payload added, Numa source. So theoretically,
it's working.
So if we go into payloads, DST, Numa. Oh, I didn't copy them over though? What? Something is not correct. Debug, add payload. Let's check the build logs. What? Ah, crap. It's using bash RC. It's not using... So if we do... I think I can just add it to... Let's just see what echo path is. That's weird. Why does VMware Fusion add itself to your path?
You're not even dealing with VMware. They just want to remind you.
Well, that's odd. Okay, so it's just however this shell is getting invoked, it is not grabbing the correct profile. Do you think just creating like a does Mac have a equivalent of the /Etsy profile?
I don't know. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does, actually. Pretty sure I've done that before. Or I've worked with it. Fortunately, I'm not on Mac to be able to tell you.
Hmm.
At least the bash one is like bash underscore profile, or no, I think you have to make one and then it will work. It's like path. It might be hidden like a dot pat bash underscore profile.
Wait, what? What? Why is this? What do you mean? It doesn't let you even as what? Still listed as read only? Interesting. Maybe I can just edit the bash RC. Let me just try that. No, it's read only as well. Oh yeah, OS X doesn't let you.
So James was saying that you have to hook it into Path Helper. So it's like Etsy profile.
Yeah, I mean.
Good old Macintosh. It's Z shell or nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it should be running it as me, right? You know what? Oh, you know what I can do? It's just.
Oh, change it in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking I might do. Because it's not gonna. It's just not invoking it from.
Yeah.
You want to see a really janky way to fix this? Actually, I'm gonna turn everything off. Watch this. Hopefully this works. It should work. I'm moderately confident this will work. Let's see if it inherits the ZSH shell configuration now. Should. When things don't work, you make it hacky. I am guaranteed there is a better way to do what I just tried to do.
But it works.
Well, maybe it will. We'll find out. We're going to test it right now. All right. Did it blend? Temp log.
Blended.
It's still building. Wait. It built one. Oh, there's two. This is very slow. Ha! What is this queue?
Oh, weird. Oh, wait.
Oh, okay. That's just me being a dum-dum. All right, so I think we should now have Numa source, right? Yeah. Sweet.
It's there.
Simple. So easy. And I think because of how we do stuff, that might even now show up in Cloud Plugin. Unfortunately. No, it's listed as an agent, so it won't. But that's okay. All right, let's keep pressing. So now we've got that. So we have our first package packaged.
Now all the others.
No, we'll do. I just want to get it rendered into the UI. I want to get like one full chain of it downloaded. Oops. And then once it's in the UI, then we can. Okay, so we're running headquarters. Outpost is running. And we saw that it did successfully build and copy over the source. So now we kind of want to hit, I think if we hit the payloads endpoint, that will, oops. If we hit the payloads endpoint, that should return what we're looking for, I believe. Actually, you know what might even pop up now? Haha. Well,
Hey, it's in there. Nice.
Yeah. You know, technically, I think that means the ticket's done.
Yeah.
I mean,
Honestly, that's actually probably a better way to do that, where it's in.
so originally
I
that
don't know.
was the idea, was to basically just let people download directly from here, as
Yeah,
opposed to making it its own plugin. I don't know. David, are you listening? Are you online?
I don't think he's in. If he is, he's not signed in.
Lame. I mean, let me clear my downloads folder so people can't see all of my stuff. Call it old downloads. But yeah, so if we download that, we're definitely getting that source archive, and there's all of our stuff. So, I mean,
Yeah, I would say that
so that,
that is probably much better.
but okay, so that only solves part of it, right? So we've got, that'll let us really easily provide the source for all of the agents, because I could just come in and do like the same exact thing for all of these.
Yeah,
So if we take a look at community, this, I think this gets us back to basically where we were before we removed this functionality. uh,
give access to the professional plugins.
no, uh, we wanted to.
Okay.
I mean, schism.py, like Python, you get access to the source just by nature of it being
Yeah.
the source. Um, and realistically, you probably don't really like, the source code is public, so yeah. Also, now I'm looking at this. We kind of have this weird. That's kind of weird.
Copying source to your destination path.
Well, look at the. It's like this build, right? This constructs. So if we look at this as like atomic increments of work, right? You have build.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
builds and packages. The install. You know what? No. I'm just stupid. I forgot. We use the install. Looking at it now, the install is used for like dropping onto systems and how that should be handled. So
Okay.
okay, so that should do it. So Numa source. So we've added Numa source. Cool. Now the question becomes, how do we want to deliver plugins? But let's go
Well,
to
plugins and training.
plugins and training, really. So if we go to here, right, same structure, we can just go to payloads, these, the builds. So this would be available builds. So we could just do grab my git archive format zip. Let me just grab that real quick, paste it over. Why rewrite when I can paste? Okay. So that will add switchboard source. So you can download that. Easy peasy. I mean, it's a JavaScript file, so you already have the source. If you want the source of the modules, you can literally just download them in editor.
Yeah.
But I guess we could do, like, there's nothing precluding us from doing this. We can do... We can just do the same thing, right? Like, we can just give people the archive. If you want the archive, you can have the archive. You get an archive, and you get an archive.
We all get archives.
You all get archives. And then this is the one that people really care about, right? Is all of this. So we've got that, and then so that should get us back to at least what we gave people before. So if I start one more outpost, crap. Then I can, I need to also change the port. Let's make the port, oops. Post professional. Just increment it by 1. And we'll go ahead and launch it. Wait, what? Oh, farts.
What happened?
I did everything except actually change the repo. And now there's going to be a recording of me saying, "Aw, farts." Oh, well, it's fine.
Then we just have to like segment that out and then have a voice button.
Did I tell you? Do you remember at when we were both at Khaki and I macroed a bunch of stuff to my keyboard?
Oh no, no. Was it like lossisms?
It was. We'll just say some of it was appropriate, a lot of it wasn't. What was I doing? I need to, yeah, that's why. Okay, hold on. I need to actually create a branch and do the same thing. It's like, why did you not work? Also, very underrated thing of ZSH that you can literally just mash the period key and it automatically drops you back that many directories.
Is that a max ZSH thing or just a ZH?
I don't know. I just know that
I don't
spamming
remember that.
periods is like now second nature to me, and whenever I don't have access to this, I get very frustrated.
It's almost like a frustrating gesture too. So it's like, yeah, I need to get back right now.
S634 is what we're working on. People looking at these commit messages are going to be like, what is wrong with you? Could I provide helpful commit messages? Yes. Will I? These are test branches.
Let's go all out. Push the master.
That would be
YOLO.
very not good. Okay. All right. Now we restart Outposts, and that should try to stage and build all of our stuff. Let's stop this one. Do that, and then we'll restart headquarters after it starts building stuff. Let's make sure. Yep. Numa source, hash source, cool. Cool. And I just need to restart headquarters after I add in a local config. Oh, come on. Oh, I got an update for Docker the other day. And something happened that I had never seen before. It tried to do the update, and then it just said, what was the word? It literally said, like, invalid opcode or something when it tried to do the update, and it forced me to reset Docker.
Oh my gosh. I'd be really pissed.
I'm just glad I didn't have anything. Like, I don't use Docker that often. The only time I use it is for our build pipeline. So, all right. So I think I am logged in as a licensed person. Yes, I am. So what happens when I click here? Numa source. Hush source. Numa EX source. Cool.
All the sources.
Like I said, you get the source, and you get the source. All right, so that seemed to work. Cool.
Yep.
All right, so we have kind of made it work for this. I kind of want to prune out the source, though. Just like if it has this dash source in the name, we just prune it.
Yeah.
So let me do an update to operator to do that.
Just make it look nice.
Make it look nice. So if we go to, wow, like tab spam already. So if we go into, let's pull latest. Let's just do this. Don't think I have any branches in there I actually care about. Have you messed around with the headless mode much yet?
I have not. I should.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff coming on that front that I'm not going to leak on this Twitch stream. Favorite part of the day. It's like my code's compiling.
When it all works and it's like magic.
I was
I
kind
always
of
make
surprised that it just like worked first try on this. That's, I mean, that's literally the point of the outpost, is to make it simple to do that. But
yeah. Still magic when it works.
yeah, right. So, operator source code, sections, emulate. That's the right sidebar. I am looking for. No. Download an agent. Yes. So this is getting populated. Download rats. So get payloads. So we can probably payload. So it gets filtered on protocols. So I can probably just. I know this is awful. I'm sorry if you're watching, Lewis. It should just be. I don't know what this request looks like. The downside of not using TypeScript. Object keys, payloads. Get payloads. So for each of the payloads, you know what, let's just do this. Let's just throw a debugger in there. And then or not. Bad IPC message. That's never good.
Rip.
No such file or directory. What? I did. Oh, wait. Is there still I think I know what it is. I think I forgot to. Oh, what? What is happening? Oh, wait. Let's just start this over. I think what I did is I deleted I deleted all the underlying source code while the process was running, and it just kind of
Uh, yeah, goofed.
there we go. Okay. Okay. So now we can hit that debugger statement and see what our payloads look like. Path. This seems like a very not good way to do this. Why are we returning the path? Whatever. I will I will brainstorm on that later, but it seems like we should not be doing that. So what happens here is we grab the keys, filter on payloads. Okay. So if it has protocols and if the payload not A dot, is it includes? What's the string includes in JavaScript? Is it just includes?
Yes. I think so. That's so long. It says written JavaScript.
Yeah. So if it includes, if it doesn't include that, all right, let's just see if that works. Whoa. Why do I have so many breakpoints? Oh, that was from, I remember that. Okay, perfect. So that prunes that out. Cool. That's easy enough. So we just prune out any of the source codes from here. Now we can just hit the same exact endpoint, basically, inside of a plugin, which we can do this way. Where is that community? We were working here. Might need to get a dedicated streaming box if we're going to do this, because yikes. So we'll grab this. I don't even think we need to get settings, do we?
No, I don't think so.
No, let's just do this. We should be able to just... If anything, people watching this should take out of this that I have no idea what's going on most of the time.
Trial and error.
Exactly. Just kind of put things together and hope it works. So we want to clone this. I think we still have jQuery, so I can just Let's code template equal. Oh wait, can't do that. Code template equal that. Then we want to what am I doing? It's one of those situations where my brain just like completely stopped working.
It's like faulted.
Yes. Regular occurrence. What is like how H3 code name? What does that even look like? This is the downside. You like build plugins a long time ago and then you just kind of don't remember where you render components of things. Span.main description.
At least PyCharm is, or the, yeah, PyCharm is easy to find things.
True.
So, my very small amount of use I've done with it so far.
Yeah. Have you, so PyCharm, one of the most useful, have you done, it's, I think, I have to only remember it, Command Shift F or Control Shift F. And then you can do like a global project search for a string. So if you want to see every like request fetch operator, right, you can see every instance of that across all of your files, which is super helpful.
That is so nice.
And then they also have like call stack tracing, which I forget the hotkey for that offhand. I think it's no, I forget. This is one that David uses a lot. I just don't remember what it is offhand. Text.
Shift F3.
Shift F3.
Or that's at least the previous function call, and then you can do like non-recursive like function calls with Control Shift F3.
Yeah. Source list. I only half paid attention to what you said.
Have you used Projector before?
What is projector?
It's like where you can like say if you wanted to do something like work remote or something, but you wanted to be on the same dev box.
Oh, JetBrains just released a thing for exactly that, actually.
Yeah, it's called Projector.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then yes, I have heard of that.
Yeah, I've got to try that at some point. Go to the coffee shop. Work from my computer. For my iPad.
And let's do this. Stop me. And then we'll just do like code template dot append, and we'll just append some kind of like what do we want here? We want a link to download the stuff. We want to download the stuff, Chris.
Download all the stuffs.
Download source. And then click handler, which let's do it up here actually. Oh, jeez. And we'll just stub that out for now. And we can throw in a nice little, a happy, or is in the words of Bob Ross, we can throw in a happy little, you made it.
That should be our next stream name, or a stream topic. A happy little happy little plugin or something.
Happy little plugin. Building a happy little plugin.
Yeah.
All right. So I believe yeah, so that should, where is that? Source code list. Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens. Code template dot show. Cool. There's no way this will work, but
It'll work.
oh, wait, we only want source. We can just do this. So we'll just filter out for a dash source. And we'll say, for now, our pattern will imply that dash source will be the way we're going to deliver source code to people. All right, let's take a look. Step number 1, did I break anything? No, it looks like it all still works. Downloads. Correct. Sweet. All right, and then now we go to plugins. We take a look at our source. Aha! No, thank you. We have our source. There. It looks hideous, but it's there. All right, so we now have.
We've been ported back to 95.
Look at that. Look at how somehow it double appended a That's amazing. I have no idea why it did that. I'm trying to be on good behavior here and also not use my normal reactions to stuff like this. Why did it? What?
Uh, Did it just like double up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it double appended itself. That's beautiful. Um, that's confusing. That's very confusing. Also, it doesn't look like. So I don't.
Did it did it not download either? Like it's not working? No. What happens if you actually like click the whole thing like you would? No.
No, it doesn't do anything. You can see the event handler firing, but it's only firing on this second entry.
Oh, weird.
I don't know where this first one came from. That's beautiful. I am confused. Oh, I know what's happening. I know what's happening. Oh, nope. That's what I mean. Adder or prop? Oh, I never remember. There we go. That looks better. Perfect. So it was the what was happening is it was appending them with the same it was appending it to the list with this source code template ID name set. So then the
Yeah,
jQuery selector didn't know which one to grab. All right. So we now have a very hideous looking thing. We can now try to wire in this download source. Let's go ahead and do that. Sorry, just checking a message I got. Oh, all right. So again, we can just kind of this on click will get the payload. This is what we need. Awesome. We can literally just like lift a lot of this code. This makes it easier. Don't have to do it all from scratch. There we go. Handle package download will be this. Request.download. I might back all of this out into a standalone function now that I am reusing this code. But again, MVP will worry about cleaning it up later. this get us our download directory. We should add this to basic. We can do that pretty easily. I'll do that after. So we'll add this to our basics package, our basic module, so people can use it. Then that should just be it. That'll show notification. We have a loader. We want this loader. We want the source code container loader when you click to source code container. Loader toggle class. Loading true. And we'll take that same one. And do false. So get payload package. Replace this with that. And that. All right. I think that should now be wired up. So if we do this, now we should have that download to our, wow, my computer is lagging. Yep. And if we take a look, we can see that I did indeed just get the download from the archive. Let's make sure I can grab the NumaEX stuff. Cool.
It's there.
It's there. So I already like this more than including this over here, because kind of like, I guess what we talked about on our podcast philosophy-wise, like functions should be kept with like functions, and you're not necessarily downloading source code because you want to use it operationally, right? You're using it as like a secondary function.
Yeah.
So I draw a line between having your compiled agents that are compiled or like immediately executable agents accessible inside the operate section versus jumping over to like source code and grabbing the source code from here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that seems to work. And just verify, sweet. Okay. All right, so we have now solved this, at least for source code. I'll clean the CSS up later. I'm not too worried about that. Actually, I think we might already have a button style that I can use for this. Let me check real quick.
Can we just use like the same type of button for like what we use for Toolbox?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking to see where it derives that CSS from. Don't actually know offhand. I guess I can. No, that gets really annoying. The fast way would be if Lewis was listening to us right now and he could just drop a message and say it's this class.
Lewis. Here's the button.
Lewis. But the slower way is just jumping here and checking card, program summary, actions.
He says he has no idea.
Oh, wait, he is listening. Actions A. What? Class actions A. Okay, so class actions. Easy. Easy peasy. Wait, what? Li. Actions? I don't know. Let's see what happens. Nope.
Rip.
Damn it. I closed it too fast. I thought I had it. What? Lewis said he doesn't know. That's not good.
Yeah.
Tool actions. So he has a nested. So the li, there's the tool actions. Okay, so that's what we want. We want to add a tool actions section. That's what we're missing. Because I deleted this. Right below the description, we'll add a source code actions with class actions. And we'll go ahead and instead of appending that to that, we'll do find that and append that. Get rid of that. Aha! We have button.
It works.
Now we have a pretty button. Now it's all styled and it looks nice. And does it still work? Aha! All right, cool. Okay, so we've solved part of this problem, which is how do we download? Oh, switchboard source too. Sweet. Hush source. We've got agents. We've got, you know what? I'm going to drop in, I think I want to add description. That's the name. I want to add like some description text of from the.
Oh yeah, what it is? Yeah, yeah, from like the readme.
Let's. Because that's like the file name. Let's just do a dot split at 1. I think that looks better. Or actually, should we do it this way?
I like it that way.
Yeah, and then instead of this, we could do. Oh, come on. And then this could just be. Or so a dot split there at 1. And then you get, instead of that, it'll just have like I think that looks a little better.
Yeah.
Not trying to make it perfect. I'm just trying to make it a little bit more clear. And then description. Maybe if we just add a description block.
Would it be worthwhile to like separate these things out? So it's like here's the agents, here's the plugins, here's the training.
Yeah, we could do that. I think I'm pretty sure if we take a look, the metadata that gets passed back from this endpoint, if we just, like, for example, if we just log this, right, we can take a look. The metadata should have what it is, which we can then use to, it's like, it'll say, like, purpose, essentially.
Yeah.
So if we have the purpose and we take a look at payload, oh, God. Oh, here we go. Here's the object. So if we take a look at them, right, we can, let's dive into, wow. There we go. Let's go to here, right? So the metadata is going to have the description, which we want to use anyways, but it'll have this purpose thing. So we can do, like, we could do separate, theoretically, right? I could do separate lists for agents, separate lists for, because this will have purpose agent, and then if we have like switchboard, for example, we'll have purpose redirector because it's only deployed on redirectors. So then we can sort it out by purpose, essentially. But that's something we can easily come back around and do. Right now, I just want to add a description field underneath this. So let's go ahead and do that. Just add a code URL description. And then we'll set code template, find code description, text, a metadata description. Okay, that should give us description. Did I? What? Metadata. Did I spell metadata wrong? Oh. There we go. Now it should. There you go. So now we got default open source agent written in Golang, manage your redirectors in a team environment.
Hey, it works.
Sweet. All right, so now we have the basics of a plugin that lets you download some stuff. Basically, we've solved payloads. What else did we want to add? My watch is telling me it's time to stand up.
My watch said the same thing, but I am standing. Oh.
Okay, so we've added that. Words are hard. That is a true statement. Let's see. What do we want to do next?
Well, we have all the agents now.
We have all the agents. Well, some of the agents. We don't have Nicodemus. Let me go ahead and add that. And we'll do Schism as well. Is Schism an actual Git repo? I don't think so.
No, it's not a repo anymore.
It's not?
No.
I am then going to do. So it's not a repo.
Yeah, Nicodemus is, but
Oh, I just realized that it doesn't have the translators. But that should be easy. And these aren't repos either. Okay, let's solve all of these in one fell swoop. I want what do we want to do? We want to I forget my tar commands. Actually, let me make sure our did I flip our servers? I just want to make sure that the EC2 Amazon Linux image actually has the correct tar command that I want to use.
are you doing something fancy with tar?
No, I want to check
The-
what I just want to check A, that it has tar. One for one. Tar 126. Okay. Okay. So we can use tar. Now we just need to do we want to tar it or do we want to zip it?
Are we doing zip for everything else? Yeah.
We are, but it doesn't matter. I can always just remove the extension, and then if it has the dash source in it, it'll I mean, let me check. Yeah, zip too.
Zip it.
Zip it real good. Now that's stuck in my head. Damn it.
I was thinking of like the Austin Powers movie. The with the Dr. Evil and Zip It.
Zip it. Zip. I'm sure somebody can come in and explain to me why a tar GZ or just a tar is, infinitely better than a zip, but my response to that is I don't care.
Zip appeals to Windows users. It's less daunting.
True. Let's see if that works. If that works, then we can just replicate it for all the other ones. Oh, that was a pro. Dang it. Whatever. It's fine. Push it real good. Do, 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 do.
Now we're gonna get copyright striked. It was so perfect.
For what, 5 seconds of a song? Not even 5 seconds. That was like 2 seconds. And it does not appear as though. Oh, duh. God, I'm so stupid. I keep forgetting that I'm working in. There we go. Okay, now we flip it.
Is my video like stuck on your screen?
Nope.
Looks like it. Oh. Twitch. Maybe it's Twitch messing up on my side. Oh, yeah, there it is.
You know, on the upside of all of this, if anybody was trying to like pause this video to try and take some of this source code, we've been jumping through it too fast. What was I doing?
Well, if we put it on the YouTubes.
Also, if you like all of Outpost, which is mostly what we're working with, if you get like an enterprise license, you're going to be able to download it anyways. Eventually. And look at that. We have Schism source. Sweet. Oh, sorry. Off screen. Requires a Oh, what? None type. This looks like a bug. Looks like a bug. Which I will post in our debugging channel. Okay. This is probably based off just a cursory glance, something related to the fact that I'm not actually running the Elastic Data Store underneath this. So that seemed to work perfectly fine. Nicodemus is a Git archive, so we can use the Git archive here. And then the CTF is, I guess we're going to provide the source for this too, so sure.
For like the training stuff, should we just like package that up as a like the top repo, so it's not like a whole bunch of like training modules?
Sorry, was that? I wasn't paying attention.
So like when we package like the training like packages as the like higher up training.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Yeah, so for training and TTPs, these are both just These are both just folders inside our top level like repo. So what we'll probably end up doing is just compressing like the plugins, training, and TTP. We'll add a way in Outpost to compress those and then just stage them in the destination like payloads hosting. And then that will give you training payloads, training plugins, payloads, TTPs. You'd be able to download everything, whether community or pro, just based off your license. And then that should just kind of all tie together nicely with enterprise. If you were to have like enterprise license, you'd then get access to the enterprise bucket, which would have the Outpost source code and all that kind of stuff. CTF source. That's it. Test path. Oh, wait. What? Oops. This only worked because the destination path already had the folder. Well, good to know. All right. And then this one we'll just do another git archive format zip. Is it path? I forget already. Output. That's what it is. Why? What? Sometimes I do things and I look at myself and I think, why do I even bother? And I think Nicodemus is actually a main branch, if I recall correctly. Thanks to Roger. Shout out to Roger for his wonderful work on that project. Yeah, it's a main branch. Okay. I think source zip schism Numa FTP source zip gRPC source zip. Yeah, we'll end up needing to sort these, but that's fine. Ooh. Oh gosh. Why are you zip dash r test path? We should probably quote these paths because inevitably somebody's gonna have a space in the name of something or whatever.
A bug for later on.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't actually know if this will work or not. But I'm kind of at that point where I'm just going to try it anyways and see what happens. And we'll just go from there. Man, at one point we were up to 8 whole viewers.
We had 10.
We had 10?
Yeah.
Dang.
For our first stream, that's quite good.
Well, our expectation was 0, so.
Yeah.
Oh man, my computer is on fire right now.
It's chugging.
All right.
Next time I can drive the stream and see what my desktop can do.
Okay, Mr. RTX 3090.
The thirsty 90.
Oh, geez. Oh, wow. It actually. Well, that's annoying.
Yeah. It's real nested.
What? Look into that while I do something else.
Yeah, we'll just look into the nesting.
Yeah, it's almost certainly it is a problem with this part of the command.
I can't see it because it's like you're like right on the
This. I'm pretty sure this is the problem. So I'm guessing we need to like. I'm guessing there's a flag that zip takes that lets you. You know what? I bet it's just this. Let's try that.
no.
I have a feeling that's probably just it. Refresh. Translators, gRPC, FTP. Why is it grabbing? I am confused. I am confused. That's closer. That's really weird. Why are you doing that to me? Just move that for now. Just yes, move. Okay. Um, train of thought lost yet again. Oh, wait. Could it be something as this? Yes, I have a feeling I know what the problem is. Okay. And then okay, let's try this. I think maybe it was just like doing some weird zip nesting or I don't know.
Yeah.
And then refresh and download. Yes!
Hey.
We made it! Okay. So that solves that problem, which means we can now go solve that for all of those. GRB dash, that is fine. Schism source, which means we probably want to do. I bet the schism one is probably also stupid like that. Yeah. Okay. Should just be, because the current working directory will be the directory it's in. So can you just zip the current like path? Is that an option? Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah, try it. Hey. It worked.
What? No, it didn't. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh.
I'm just deleting stuff.
Oh, okay.
I thought maybe if you had pulled the branch. Then
No.
Download source code. No. So we've got. Ah, man, that's annoying.
What's annoying?
So that because the translators aren't separate projects, they're like a folder, and then all the translators live underneath that folder. So
Yeah.
I think what I'll do is I'll. No, this is just a side effect of me being stupid. Let me go fix this real quick. So then we see what we're working with. Looking for this. So that's a side effect of me doing this here. So to avoid confusion for now, I'm just going to not split this so that I can actually see like gRPC source. But what I might do now is for each of these in the metadata, give them like a field that's like a UI friendly name or something. Because we use this as a key and we use this as a key, but fundamentally there's a difference. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say would be the difference would be if we did FTP translator, right, as the key, and it's its own discrete payload, and then it had its own setup for all of this. It still wouldn't work. I guess we could do like each payload would have its own like optional name field, something like that. Short name, like that. Does that make sense? Or am I just... Do I have lots of words in my head and they're just not being conveyed properly? So, yeah, here, I'll show you. I'll just do it, and then maybe that'll... So I could optionally do this, right? FTP translator. gRPC translator. I guess a short name is like friendly name, or I don't know. Well, the key value doesn't matter. We can change it. Short name. Because then what I'm thinking is this GA dog. And then if I come over and then I can go to community and then I can do the name will be payloads at, I guess it would be payloads.payload at a.split at 1 short name, or just do A, something like that. Oh, that seems not right. Cannot read undefined properties of undefined reading gRPC source. That should at least solve the bug, right? No. Payloads. Oh, I'm glad I have this log statement in here. I forgot I added it. Oh, crap. So we don't return the payload. Oh, wait. No, it just applies. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Thank you. I went too complicated. What? Cannot read properties of undefined. What are you talking about? gRPC source. Properties of undefined. What? What line is throwing that? Oh. I am stupid. Changed the wrong line. Okay, there we go. So now we've got nice short names loaded in. gRPC translator, FTP translator, Schism, Nicodemus, vulnerable script, server build script, Numa. And then if it doesn't have it, it'll just default to the payload name.
Yep.
That seems like a reasonable in between, I guess.
That works.
Cool. All right. So we now have, let's go back to our tickets. Go back to the ticket, and then I might take a short break. Download contents of the bucket. So we wanted to provide payloads, which we have done. Plugins, training, and TTPs we still need to do, but that should be pretty easy if we just do basically just this. All of TTP files available in the current repository. Purpose. I'm going to add a new purpose. This one should just be like data, because it's basically raw data, right?
Yeah.
Build will be, I guess, oh crap. We'll have to figure out how to shim in a different source path, but that shouldn't be a problem. Also, I'm fairly certain there's like a path traversal attack available here, now that I'm thinking about it. But it doesn't really matter because you can't remotely inject a path. I don't think. Oh, we don't use this anymore, actually. Now I'm kind of the mind, let's just give it a go and see what happens. But let's take a look at Outpost and how Outpost is going to compress this. So that build happens here. Build happens here. So it's going to take that script, execute it in a shell at the current working directory, which is basically the full path to there. But what we kind of want to allow us to do is specify an alternative source path, which we could do pretty easily now that I'm looking at this code. We could just do so if the block build instructions source path so we could just do path if block.get metadata .get source path, for example, else that. So it would be basically this. Oh, wait, no, we can just, what am I doing? This is, yeah, literally just do that.
Yep.
And then we just have like a placeholder so that it fails through. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so we can just do that. So now if in metadata, if it metadata, for example, do source path, and instead of payloads, I specify TTPs, then I can just do the exact same thing. Well, I need to actually make one slight modification to this. Oh, we should also be doing path joins. I don't know what this... I'll fix that later. All of the... well, the globs are fine, but these need to be path joins. I'll fix that later. Source path will be... Yeah, we want to change this just a little bit. Block.get metadata. So we want to go that, and then if the block has and we'll just make it a relative path. Okay. That is essentially what we want to do. So now that will let us specify over here our source path of TTPs. It'll do the same thing. And we'll zip that to ttps.zip. And then we have a payloads ttp source.zip. Short name TTP files. And then okay. So theoretically, my debug. Stop that. Relaunch that. I just lost my control key. I think my switch is broken.
Oh no.
It's just
Is it like one of the old butterfly ones?
No, I don't know. It just compared to all the other keys, maybe I just use that control key a lot, or
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure because I pop this off maybe twice a day.
Then the mechanism's broken. Like does the it's either bottom of the keycap, or it's the little plastic like nib pieces that go out, or it's not seated correctly. One of the three things. We used to use paper clips to fix them, but I don't think you can do a paper clip on the new butterfly clips.
Unexpected end of file. I broke something.
You ended too soon.
So it created that. Data purpose. Oh, what? Why did I have the double and? Source path. So let's do this. That should fix that at least. Fixing extra ampersands. Uh-oh, I hear my dog. So what we want to do is let's go debug this output. It's actually grabbing the correct path, so let's do that. Temp community payload source translators looks good. Ah! Refresh. Community TTP files. Download it. Oh no. Did it not work?
Rip.
Wait. I am so dumb. I think I've said that about 10 times this stream. This is why. TTP source.zip. Okay. All right. So we should now have end-to-end. In the words of Anakin, it's working. And then let's. Oh, I think I need to Actually, I might not need to. Yeah, I'll need to restart it. Dang it. Okay. That's all right. I think we got it though. Outpost.
Yeah.
Ooh. TTP source. Let's refresh. TTP source. Oh, it didn't error that time. Boom.
It works.
It works. Hello, dog. I mean, it is kind of game development in a way. If the game is hacking, or I guess command and control tools, I should say more explicitly. Cool. So now we have TTP files available. Let's go ahead and. Oh, no, I do not want to do that. I almost quit out of the stream. Okay. I lost my train of thought. What was I doing next?
I think you've almost got everything, right? You just
Plugins. Plugins.
Yeah.
Plugins are going to be slightly more complicated.
Well, you just have to go like one directory up, right?
Yeah, so kind of. Because remember, these are the web packed. All right, whatever. I don't care. It's fine. We're gonna go with what we're doing. We'll just get it done. So we'll pack all of these. We'll pack all of those. Plugins. Metadata. Actually, I'm kind of thinking I can do this more programmatically. Because it doesn't really... Like TTPs, it makes sense to do this. But what makes more sense to me here for these is we just dynamically grab in the Outpost code things that exist underneath the plugins folder. And then we just like parse out the config YAML. Basically just like zip, like create zips of each of them. And then...
So you just create like a zip of the HTML?
Yeah. So my thinking, like, it kind of breaks a little bit of the design pattern here. But I think I'm okay with it. So my thought is that I will just basically, when Outpost launches, it'll walk this directory. And then for each of these directories, we just zip them in code, just like process popen, zip, whatever. Same thing we're doing now. And then that gets dynamically appended to the in-memory config.yaml as opposed to explicitly stating it here.
Yeah.
And I think we could add that pretty easily. I don't know. What do you think?
No, I think that would work.
So where do we load in mounted? Okay, so it's going to grab everything there. So this is rebuild. Yeah, we're just going to do that. So we'll figure out where it makes the most sense to go. But first, we'll do this. So basically for... Okay. All right. So I think I know how we'll do this. I'm already like parsing this out of my head and I don't like it. I just like the code structure here doesn't work.
Yeah.
What do we do? Wow. We have had 11,000 frame drops.
Yeah, I got choppy there for a little bit. I think it's fine now.
Okay. Well, nobody has said anything.
People have said something on Slack.
Oh.
But it's all good.
Oh. Yeah, wow. Is it still choppy? Are we still choppy? Anybody that's paying attention? I'm going to take like a 30-second break here and go replenish coffee while I mull on how I want to approach this. But I think it'll probably be basically what I'm proposing now.
Yeah.
And then I'll just end up refactoring this whole section of the code to make more sense. And basically let you, instead of just iterating over these blocks, it'll be like iterating over the blocks in addition to all of the plugin folders and training folders.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so in my saunter, decided what we'll do is we're just going to stub this out for now. And like, I forget what the exact like dictionary join syntax is. What is the dictionary join syntax in Python? That's JavaScript. What am I doing? All right. I need my Python because I'm about to be. Where's the Python documentation? Python docs. Got my Python docs pulled up. And we need the OS. Python OS module. Okay. Back to train of thought. Or at least pretending like I had a train of thought.
Python dictionary.
Yes. Well, Python OS because I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm doing OS walk or whatever. Generate file names in a directory. That's not really what we need. I think there's just like a lister or something. Yeah. Sweet. Cool. So we just need lister, which returns a list containing the names of the entries in the directory given by path. So we'll get there. Bark.
She's mad I won't feed her.
Oh, it's just payloads update. Mounted. Easy peasy. All right, so then we'll do This is terrible, but payloads.update plugins. We're just don't hate on my code right now. This is just to get it working. And F mounted. Okay, so oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Plugins training. Let's just do one, and then once we get one working, we'll do the other. We'll do plugins first. So, payloads update. What?
What, does it not like that? No. Oh, weird.
Oh, because that is how you do it. Okay, so let's try this. So inside of this function, we're just gonna do some stuff, if you know what I mean.
Some stuffs.
Some stuff. And that stuff is gonna be for dir in os.listdir. Directory. We'll use the full name for directory in os listdir, and then we need the path. So path equals plugin dir. We'll do plugin dir. You know what? We don't even need to do that because we can just do this. Path.join os.path.join. Be the change you want to see. So that should. This will probably end up being a list comprehension or a dictionary comprehension, which would be totally fine. All right. So for each directory, what do we want to do here? I need to pull up community. So for each directory in here, we want to basically zip each of these, which will be this, for lack of a better word. Lack of a better word, or just like lack of other I don't know what I was going for there.
I debooble it.
Subprocess run. I need the subprocess library now. Subprocess. Subprocess run args. Oh yeah, if you run it in shell, I know the only recommendation I know offhand is if you run it in shell, it says pass it as a string. So zip blah. That's basically what we're going to do for now. Shell equals true. Current working dir equals so we want that to be the current working dir, and then I think I'm just thinking through this, what this will look like. I'm pretty sure we want this to get logged to our the same way we capture the output here. I'm pretty sure this is what we want to do.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you're like 30 seconds behind, so. But yeah.
Oh, you're watching on the live stream?
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be confusing.
How else can I watch it?
I mean, you can be watching. Oh wait, yeah, I'm not screen sharing.
No, because if you screen share, then it like cuts off the video. Yeah. So I'm always like 30 seconds behind. We'll fix this for next stream.
Yeah. Well, if anybody out there knows how to do streaming properly, please let us know.
Yeah. Yeah, we would really like a way to do like for us both to be streaming at the same time. I know that there's some applications for that, just don't know the best one.
All right, so we're going to capture output. So we'll do results equals that. We know kind of what we want to name stuff. So we've got our DST path. Which will functionally match this. Basically. But not quite exactly, which is fine. Oh, well, let's not pass it in then. Let's do this. I don't think we have a destination plugins folder. I'm already thinking this is probably not right. Well, no, because sometimes I feel like my brain just seg faults.
A buffer overflowed. It hit EIP and it was gone.
Okay, that seems right. So we're gonna zip it to the zip it real good, right? And we'll keep our do do do. All right, we've got that'll zip to there. Current working dir will be plugins. I'm sure there's also a much better way to do this, but I'm just trying to get it working. Minimum viable. Fix it later. So that will zip it. And we'll just have like payloads. Or we'll do plugins, right? Because realistically, that's what we're talking about. Oop. If results dot return code. What's the is the return code the same as the status code? I always get that mixed up. Return code. Yes. So if return code is 0, plugins what am I doing? Plugins at what? I think that's it. Let's see what happens. I guess we could debug. Let's see what happens.
Let it go.
Plugins. Nothing worked. All right. So let's see what happens here. All right, we'll step through this. So current working dir plugins, step into. So our current directory is art. Our destination, Adoy. That's why. Should use F strings instead, but whatever, it's fine. Let's see if that was just the issue. We'll just see. Maybe that'll just fix everything. The whole world will be perfect. Nope. Process complete.
No gumdrops and rainbows today. Got him.
No such directory. But could it be? No, that wouldn't make sense. I think. I think we added a way to make sure that it creates a directory. Because we hit this before. Yeah. See, base world make directory. This is not elegant, but that's okay. We're not here to make it perfect first go around. We're here to make it go first go around. Dist path equals os.path. Join dist path. Okay. Boom. Now, will it actually do this properly? Look at that. Plugins, art source. Sweet. We did it.
It works.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Payload block. Now we need to so we got the destination path. We do that. We go there. We get our destination path. This will actually zip it. But what we want to do in here is this actually, we want to make a little bit more fully fledged into something that community. What am I looking for? Yeah, we want to load this in. So we'll load the config YAML from there. I think I'm pretty sure we can just do. cfg base world dot get or strip YAML. What is... What did I say it was? I have absolutely no idea if this is going to work, but... Kind of hoped that would just work. We'll get rid of that. That's temporary. That's fine. What? Not sure what that was about, but okay. Plugins. So it's got path, but it doesn't have... Oh, did I not restart the outpost? I thought I did. I swear I thought I did. Okay, so... That would be why. Jesus. Okay. There we go. Name, description. Actually, I think we need to do meta. I don't like this. We're changing this dict so I can read this better because I get the highlighting if I do this. Meta data. Okay. Now, oops. Well, that works too. What? Path, short name. It's got metadata description. Maybe it's a caching thing. Let me see if I relaunch. That's odd. Plugins, navigator source. Why is it not? Oh. Duh. That's why. Order of operations matters. Hooray! Okay, so now we have toolbox source, cloud source, theme change source, Nicodemus source, and yeah, we'll like this is obviously just a first whack at this, but now we have the translators, we have the agents, we have the TTP files, we have the source, the source plugin source. Let me add the string source plugin source code. Okay, and then I think at this point,
Training.
yeah,
We're good.
I'm pretty sure it's literally just training left. And then we have I think we've met the intent of this stream. We've built our build a bare minimum product. Let's see, Schism community TTP files, navigator plugin source, toolbox plugin source, theme change plugin source, Numa EX source, reporting plugin source, publisher plugin source, planner plugin source, switchboard plugin source. Did it? Oh, I need to change. Wow, my screen is laggy. Community, where are you? I need to change this. It needs to be community TTP source. Source, and then now we go over to professional. And we do the same thing here. Professional repository. Source path TTPs, destination, professional, TTP source, professional TTPs. Let's go through and short name, Numa EX. Okay. Then okay. Okay, this should be basically everything. We restart that. We restart that. Oh, dang it. Wait. Yep. Dang it. Okay. Now, for the 5th time I've said this, should be everything except for training. Okay. Got translators loaded in. Got Schism. We got source plugin source. We've got that's pretty meta right there. You download this. Where do you get the source for the source plugin? In the source plugin. Nicodemus, Numa. Oh, what? What? Where's all my pro content? Oh, there it is. Okay. Reporting, publisher plugin, professional TTPs. Let's make sure that download works. Downloads, professional TTPs. Bam. Oh, heck yes. All right. Well, that's it. I mean, sweet. Now we just add in payloads, update, training. I mean, this will be basically functionally identical. I'm sure I can consolidate this code into a single thing, but we're just gonna, for simplification and getting this stream done, we're just gonna do this the cheat code way. Training. Yeah, this is definitely, it's just gonna be the same code. Whatever. I already caught myself way overthinking this. And then I'll come back and make it nice.
Make it pretty.
Yeah. So that's the one we're going to be loading in. So I just need to destination path return training. OS path join directory source zip run zip base world load directory config description. That's all the same. This will just be training. So yeah, I'll be able to consolidate this into a single function easily. I mean, actually, you know what? We'll just call it folder. Send it folder. And we'll also pass in, what else do we need? We need the folder or name equals. This isn't perfect, but it's better than what I was about to do. Name training. So this will take name. Pretty sure if people can hear my breathing, I apologize. Just do data. Just call it data. Okay. I believe just no, I know.
Stream is like getting choppy again, I think.
Okay. I will slow down for a second.
It's back.
Okay. This should now load in all of the trainings. But we'll test it out. Data, so it's first call, plugins, stupendous. Data, training, protect source. Sweet, dude. I think this might be it.
It works.
Oh yeah, this will definitely need a better way of organizing it. But yeah, protect mode training source. Boom.
Nice.
Just make sure. And yeah. Sweet. Okay, so I think we'll just wrap the stream up there.
Yeah.
So to kind of rehash everything, I'll just make sure we get the professional training as well. So to kind of rehash what we did today, I guess, the objective, if we go back and we take a look, so we wanted to allow pro users to access resources in our professional repository. And the minimum bar for getting that obviously didn't accomplish our goal, which was, basically standing up GitLab would be the right way to do that. But what we wanted to let people do was download the contents of our professional repository. And actually, as part of this ticket, we've now gone a little bit beyond that. So not only can you download the TTPs, the payloads, the plugins, and the training inside our application for professional, you notionally can now do it for any community resources and community TTPs. But in addition to community TTPs, you also get all of the professional stuff. So you'll get the professional training flags, you'll get the professional source code, professional TTP files, professional plugin source, professional agents, switchboard, and pretty much everything else. This UI is going to need work because this is not really intuitive. So I'm thinking I'll change this to be more of like a grid structure where you'll have a list on like this side of the screen that'll have a consolidated box of translators, and then like over here a consolidated list of agents with a pro thing labeled next to it. But I believe we've met the minimum viable. I think we've met the intent, which is build a bare minimum viable product where users are able to download the source code of all professional resources. And this will also, if you're a member of an enterprise team, you would be able to download all of the enterprise source code. So this also kind of tackles that problem set as well. What do you think, Chris? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's I think we got the bare minimum viable product, and then we just gotta clean it up. And I know we said some I think it was earlier in the stream said that we might have it up for the day, so it probably definitely will not be up by today. But
no, I already like this works. This works, but the UI needs a heavy amount of work, and I wouldn't want to deliver something this not good to people. This will be the idea, though. This plugin will eventually be free. If it's a plugin, we might even do something else. But now all the infrastructure is there to make this available, so should be pretty straightforward. We'll also have to strip all this has some downstream effects of now all of this stuff will appear inside the cloud plugin, which we don't want to do. But this should be pretty easy to prune. We just have to add a purpose value that matches data to all of those.
Yeah.
So actually, I could do that now. Let me just go ahead and do that now. Metadata purpose. Cool. data. So that should change that. I think that alone will actually fix that problem. I think I just fixed that problem. Pretty sure. We'll check. Let's check. I'm curious. I am curious. No, it didn't. That's all right. That's okay. Yeah, we can figure that out later, as I'm not worried. Because that's only supposed to show ones that have purpose of, let's see. That's only supposed to show ones that have a purpose that is agent. But for some reason, it is showing other stuff. Oh, it's showing the translators, which also have purpose agent. We'll figure that out. We'll just prune that out. Cloud source, theme change source. That seems not right, though. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Trade of thought has been restored. So I think, we've kind of met the intent of the ticket and got a minimum viable product put together that we can now iterate on. So really from here, I'm going to push this up and kind of get some feedback from the team, see what people think, and whether the approach I put together today makes sense or whether we want to adjust the approach and just scrap all that code and go a more fully fledged route with like GitLab, where we just migrate all of our repositories to GitLab, stand up our own internal GitLab, and then basically like create user accounts for professional users and give them a role access to our repositories, like read access and the ability to create issues and stuff. Which honestly, that sounds like the better idea, but
yeah,
wasn't really the point of today's feed stream, whatever it's called.
More getting something that works, and then you can iterate on it later.
Exactly. Awesome. Well, I don't know if anybody stuck around for the entire time. I highly doubt anybody did, but I hope you kind of got some insight into how we put things together and the way we think through problems. And feel free to hit us up if you have any questions or. All right. Well, thanks everybody, and we'll cut this together and we'll throw it on YouTube. But I think Chris or I will throw it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're planning to do these like once a month, so at least once a month.
Yeah, and then I guess we also have, not next week, but the week after, we should be releasing our next podcast. So stay tuned for that. Don't really have a fully fledged plan for it yet, but I'm sure it'll be something interesting.
Yeah, and you can all the links on either to our podcast or GitHub, our website, through Twitter, YouTube, is all on Twitch. And if you go to our website, you can find everything there too. So
cool. All right, I've got to take my dog out because he looks like he's about to lose his mind. So,
all right,
man. Thanks everybody, and see you next time.
See ya.